Lecture 3, Examples of Good versus Bad Prompts. Today, we're going to make things practical. In this lecture, we will look at real examples of prompts, some that work well, and others that miss the mark. By the end, you will not only be able to spot weak prompts, you will know how to rewrite them into strong, clear, and effective ones. You will learn the difference between vague and specific prompts, why structure and tone matter, and how even small tweaks can completely change the quality of response you get from AI. We'll also look at examples across academic, creative, and everyday use cases, so you can apply these skills right away. Objectives of the lecture. By the end of this lecture, you will be able to identify common problems in weak prompts, analyze and improve real-world examples, learn how to write strong prompts for different tasks and goals. Why do some prompts fail? Before we jump into examples, let's start with the big question. Why do some prompts fail? They are too general. Tell me something about climate change. It doesn't give the AI direction. What do you want? Facts, an opinion, a summary? They lack context. If you ask for help on a project but don't say what it's for, the AI doesn't know how formal, short, or detailed it should be. They don't specify the format. If you need a bullet list, summary, or paragraph, and you don't say, so you might get the wrong format. The more guidance you give, the better the result. Let's compare bad versus good prompts. Example 1. Academic prompt. For example, you just give a prompt in here as explain the Cold War and press enter. This is broad. What aspect, for what audience, in what format? So you will get all these random results. But a better prompt would be explain the causes of the Cold War in 3 short paragraphs using simple language suitable for high school students. And press enter. So here you can see you get only 3 paragraphs and the format and the language you wanted. Now the AI knows the topic, the scope, the format, and the audience. Example 2. Email writing. A bad prompt would be, for example, you can start a new chat and type in here as write an email to my professor and press enter. So the AI get confused and it just asks you that what kind of email that you want to write. This could be anything, an excuse, a request, a thank you. But a better prompt would be, you just write in here as write a polite email to my professor for an extension on a paper due Friday. Mention that I have been sick. Attach a doctor's note and press enter. This prompt includes the purpose, tone, and key details. Example 3. Creative writing. A bad prompt could be write a story about space and press enter. The AI will likely give you something bland or generic. But a better prompt could be, you just write in here as write a short sci-fi story around 200 words about an astronaut who loses communication with Earth and finds an alien message on Mars. and press enter. Here you can see it is titled as Silent Red, and you just get the story. This gives the genre, length, plot idea, and setting. Everything the AI needs to get creative. Tips for spotting and fixing bad prompts. When you write prompt, ask yourself, what am I trying to get? Be honest. Do you want a paragraph, a list, or a script? Who is the audience? Academic, professional, or casual? Did I include keywords that guide the tone and content? Quick transformations, bad to good. Let's try fixing a few more short prompts. Summarize this article in 3 bullet points for a class discussion. Help me with resume. 2. Review this resume and rewrite it to highlight leadership and teamwork skills for a marketing internship. Make this sound better. 2. Rephrase this sentence to sound more formal and professional for a job application. Reminder: don't just tell the AI what you want. Tell it how and for what purpose. Key takeaways from today's lecture. Weak prompts are vague, broad, or lack context. Strong prompts give clear direction, topic, format, tone, and goal. Small edits to your prompts can lead to much better results.